it's Holly here from Your Past is a Gift. Okay, so another revelation, another moment I had this weekend that I was thinking about is the times that I've felt the happiest in my life, the most joyful, the moments I've felt the most complete ever. And funny enough, these videos are one of them because I just feel every time, I set up the whole room and I get it all ready and I turn it on, there's always new ideas and new moments that come to me, and I feel like this is what I was meant for. Every time I do these, I feel like this is my whole life has led up to these videos, that they can help people work through their old beliefs, these old decisions that they've made about themselves that no longer serve them. It doesn't serve you anymore to believe these things about yourself. It just doesn't, because it's not allowing you to connect. So that's where I'm going. Now, the moments that I have felt the happiest, the most complete, elated even, like the moments I think of when I think of my childhood and I was with my cousins, I was so happy. But then over the weekend, I realized when I was with them and we were connecting, we were really, really connecting. We were giving each other our love. We were supporting each other. We were encouraging each other. At every point that I was with them, I was always focused on them. If they were down, we would look for ways to make them laugh, to cheer them up. If they'd fallen down and they were hurting and they were crying, we'd do everything we can to heal up, their sore and get on with playing, and have more fun. But the whole time I realized was about serving the other person, serving that person that was in my life that I loved so much, and I just wanted to see them happy. And when they were happy, I was elated. I was over the moon, because together, then we could do things, we could explore, discover, have fun, do things together. But I think that was the magic of it, that we were always looking to cheer each other up, to pick each other up, to help each other see the beauty within each one of us. And one of my cousins was a real comedian, so every time he showed up, he always made it so that we were always laughing. He always cheered us up. He was brilliant at doing that. That was his gift, For me, I was always looking at ways to help them see how beautiful they were to me. And in that, they would see that they were beautiful, through my love for them. And so we each had our gifts to give to each other. But I realized that when I was with them, my focus was not about me. My focus was always on them. What were they doing? Were they happy? Were they upset? Was there something I could do to pick them up? And as I went through high school, and I've discussed this one in a previous video, and I had this beautiful group of friends that we connected. We had so much in common, the same thing. We would always look to see how the other was feeling in the group. How were the others feeling? Was there one that was down that day? Was there one that wasn't feeling, good about herself in some way? And we'd always look to, give her our gifts, to show her how beautiful she was, or she is. I'm sure they're all still alive, and if they see these videos and they see me, if they only knew the impact that they actually had on my life, and how much I still, to this day, how much I still love them all, for how beautiful they were, for allowing me to be a part of their lives, for allowing me to connect to them on that level, if you're not afraid to share anything, you're just yourself. I just wish that for everybody. It's such a beautiful feeling that you can share who you are with another person, all of you, without judgment, this was the thing with my cousins and this beautiful group of girls in high school. There was no judgment ever. We all thought that each other was amazing. We all had our own different gifts and our own abilities, and we all thought each one was brilliant in their own right. You know, like I said, one of my boy cousins was a comedian. He was just so funny. You couldn't be around him for more than 2 minutes without laughing your head off, you know? And that was his gift. And we loved being around him, you know? We couldn't wait for the weekend just to see him each week. And one of my other cousins had this thing, if you've never done it before, it's just grab someone and you can do it to each other because it's just one of the most beautiful things. She used to line us up all on chairs, right? Or some of us would go off and play and then come back for our, you know, special moment. But we'd close our eyes, right? And then she'd run her fingertips ever so gently over your skin and then down here. And she'd do that for ages, you know? And so gentle, it almost felt like a feather, like someone had grabbed a feather. And they were just running it down across your skin in all different directions, very gently. And it was beautiful. We loved her for that because that's a very nurturing thing to do. You know, it just felt beautiful, you know. And she knew she made us feel wonderful every time she did it. All these things. See, she did that for us to make us feel good. And this was the thing I noticed with the two groups when I felt the most complete in my life. You're always looking to make the other feel good. That's all you want. Because when they feel good, they make you feel good. That's the magic of it. You know, when they can see their own little light, you know, that's shining so brightly inside, but so many of us will just not let it. We will not let it out, really, you know, for the world to see. So that's why I call it little light. Because not little, but we only let a little bit out. We only let people see a little bit of it. And sometimes, you know, you'll have this group of friends where you'll allow your whole light to shine. You'll allow them to see you because you know they're not there to judge you and you know they're not there to criticize or put you down. They're there for the opposite. They're there to give you their love. They're there to give you their support. That's what connection is. You'll notice, you'll know the day you're truly, truly connected to another human being, your focus is on them more than on you. It's on them. And it's usually about making them feel good. And we can do that by making them feel heard, making them feel seen, making them feel special in some way that no one has ever done before. There's so many things you can do for another human being to make them feel good about who they are. All right, my darlings? So think about that today. Because that's one important step towards moving away from this feeling bad about yourself all the time, is shifting your focus to others that are also feeling bad about themselves. You know, but there's something you could do. What can you do? You can connect to someone else on the same level. You can connect. You can help each other even just by sitting and knowing that you're both going through the same. Just that simple connection already makes another human being feel better, that they're not alone in the world. That in itself is just an amazing gift to give another human being. Let them know that there's others out there like you, others out there like them. They're not alone. You know what they feel. You can pick each other up and show each other how much life you have left, how much life and love you have to give inside of you once you can see who you really are, see what you're really here for, and allow yourself to move to that next level where you can connect. Can you imagine? How beautiful to let someone else know, I know exactly how you feel. To actually know. Because it was funny, one of these videos on dementia, the lady was saying it's very frustrating when people are trying to relate to you by saying, I know how that feels. It's the most frustrating thing, because I know when I went through my IVF problem and I went, ended up in the hospital, and people would say that to me, I know how you feel. And I'm like, really? Have you been in hospital because you got, ovarian hyperstimulation and, 2 weeks in hospital and you've lost a baby and you know how that feels? It's like being smacked in the face when people say that to you and they don't know how it feels because they haven't been through it. But to actually have someone that has been through it come and just sit with you, and you know that that's what they've been through. You can connect on a much deeper level than anyone else can with that person. That's what you need to look for. All right, my darlings? I love you guys. All right, remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.